Hi friends, welcome to the new video. Sorry I've been away for a bit. I had a terrible cold and I've been laid out for the last basically 2 weeks. Now I'm finally feeling better. I'm getting my energy back. And well, here we have a new video for you. Okay, so this video is about the different types of soloing, whether it be on drums or any type of instrument, the same kind of thing applies. Okay. Why is it important to know this? Because you have to have your concepts together when you approach each type of solo, or else it's just going to sound like you're flailing around, you don't know what you're doing. Okay, always come from a conceptual standpoint. It's like with any art, if you have a concept, it's much easier to communicate and accomplish your goal. Okay, so the first type of solo we're going to look at is organic solo. I don't know if you can see that there, but organic solo means super free, okay? Organic. Whatever happens, happens. You kind of leave yourself open to any possibility. And well, there's the typical thing with the organic solo. It's kind of like a joke, but this is like something that every player does, if you're doing an organic type of solo. Like I said, it's kind of a joke now, but this is it. So you start like this. Whatever happens, just drop your stick on the drums and then, right, you kind of build from there. Okay, so that in the right context can be very interesting. If you're doing a movie soundtrack, or if you want to open a solo where you have the opportunity to solo for a very, very long time, you can do something like that to get the mood going, to get into the drumming spirit, let's say, right? Okay, the next type of solo you should know about is time solo, okay? Time solo means playing time in whatever genre you want, Brazilian or Afro-Cuban or jazz or funk, rock, whatever it is, it's going to have a real hardcore time feel involved, okay? So let's just take a look at a time solo example. This is like a funky time solo. I'm sure you've seen a million guys do this type of thing. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of guys do that type of a solo. Now, the things that are beautiful about this solo is that you can have a structure. You can use rhythmic motifs. You can use all the rhythmic elements we've talked about on this channel. The 3-bar cycles, 5, 7, 9-bar cycle, all kinds of motifs that you can do to create tension and release so that your solo has movement, beauty, depth, not just keeping a beat, okay? Keeping a beat, you're gonna bore everybody to tears, okay? Doing just licks once in a while and keeping a beat, that's not what a time solo is about, okay? The next type of solo is open solo, okay? Open solo means not necessarily in time. It's somewhere between an organic solo almost and a time solo. So open solo can be in any style again, and it involves, again, creating colors and textures, structure, dynamics, every kind of musical concept that you can apply to your open solo is going to make it better. So this is kind of an idea of an open solo, okay? Okay, open solo. Textures, colors, motifs, rhythm. Those are elements that create music on drums, okay? It's important to be able to distinguish the differences between time solo, open solo, and organic solo, so that conceptually you can be very clear in your communication and what you want to say, okay? Now the next type of solo over an ostinato. Okay, what is an ostinato? Something that plays throughout your solo. For example, you've all seen me do left foot clave, that's an ostinato. One of the things I like to solo over a lot is quarter note triplets on the hi-hat, like if you want to play a shuffle or 6/8 type of a groove. So let's take a shuffle, okay, and we're going to play quarter note triplets, and it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So the next thing I like to do is put one splash and one closed figure on the hi-hat, and that sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to solo over that using a shuffle type of groove. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's one of the many things that you can do in my hi-hat. I kept getting a little out of control there. Got loose, but it sounded cool anyway. One thing that you can do is have double time motifs and triplet motifs. So if you're doing just triplet motifs, it's like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy to get some phrases out that way. But the next thing is 16th notes. So if you want to do 16th note type of things, it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, it's lots of fun to experiment with that type of thing. And of course, a shuffle, a triplet-based groove is so permeable. You can do so many things with it. You can stretch the time. You can do tons of polyrhythmic cycle things. And it's just a lot of fun. So that's soloing over an ostinato. Now, the next thing is soloing over a vamp, okay? These two things, soloing over figures and soloing over vamps, seems to be a cause of confusion for some reason. A vamp is a phrase that the whole band is playing, or a part of the band, you know, and they keep playing it. or a tumbao, a piano tumbao in Afro-Cuban music, or some kind of thing that just keeps going, right? You solo over that. This is an example of soloing over a vamp. Now here's an example of soloing over figures. Figures are hits, let's say, that occur in the timeline, and you have to set them up and hit them. Articulation comes into play. You can use dynamics, whatever phrases you want to outline them, but it's important to set them up and interpret the figures, which is quite different than soloing over a vamp. If you're playing with a band, especially a big band, you have to catch the figures and you have to set them up for the band. You can't just do random whatever and hope everybody comes in where you think the time is, right? So it's important to have that very clear when you're going to play. So again, you can communicate what you want and have everybody be a part of your solo. Have the solo be beautiful, precise, and powerful, and all that stuff. So here's an example of soloing over figures. The next type of solo is trading solos. That's basically when you trade solos with another person in the band. It could be sax, a guitar, a bass, piano, whatever. Trade eighths, trade sixteenths, trade 12, whatever you want to trade, whatever amount of bars you want to trade, fours. But that's when you trade with another soloist, okay? So what's important there? Of course, all the things that we talked about, rhythm, setting up the end of your solo, and if you're playing in 4 bars, you have to kind of communicate the 4 bars are ending. It's really nice to do that so everybody comes in together, whether you're playing 4 or 8 or 12 or whatever. Important to communicate to the band where you are in the timeline so that your trading can sound like it has a beginning and an end when you're in actual trading. If you're soloing over the form in a jazz tune, make sure you know the structure, where you're trading over, what sections you're trading over. If you're just trading eighths in a funk tune or just for fun or whatever, make sure that you're very clear on 8-bar structure, okay? So this is what trading sounds like. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video and that it finds you well wherever you are in the world. I'm going to be in LA next week. So a lot of the videos that are going to be coming up are going to be coming up from LA. And I hope to catch you on the channel still. And if you want to study with me, of course, only $200 gets you into the full year program. Remember, you have me to support you there, the most innovative curriculum around, a massive lesson library that will last you for years and years and years to come in your studies, okay? All right, folks, thanks for watching. Peace.